This is really significant if you think about Xi Jinping's travel schedule and how the Vice Foreign Minister of China basically held a press conference to promote this trip. So a lot of things are unusual, and I would say in terms of the seniority of this trip, it's really unusual for the Chinese foreign policy. And to consider that Myanmar is not a great power, it's not Russia, it's not the United States. So to pick a small Southeast Asian nation as a destination for his first overseas trip in 2020, and also the first trip, like you said, by the top Chinese leader in almost 2 decades, is pretty significant for the bilateral relations and China's relationship with Southeast Asia.
Economically speaking, bilateral relations last year jumped by nearly 20%. What has been the driving force behind that, and what have been some of the sectors that have really benefited from that?
I think for one, China and Myanmar jointly introduced the China-Myanmar Economic Corridor in late 2017. So as a part of the Belt and Road Initiative, that economic corridor project has brought in a lot of infrastructure interest from China to Myanmar. So we also know that the China-Myanmar oil and gas pipeline has been operating for a couple of years now. So Myanmar is acting as one alternative route for China's energy shipment from Middle East and North Africa. And in the most recent years, one area that we see the increase of bilateral trade between China and Myanmar is actually agriculture. So Myanmar has been a source of, for example, beef, cows, rice. Given the quality and the organic nature of their food, has raised a lot of interest in China. And we know that China is faced with a shortage of pork and also a shortage of certain vegetables and fruits due to domestic climate and U.S.-China trade war. So in this sense, the agriculture products from Myanmar has been of high interest to China.
Xi Jinping has said that he's using this opportunity, this visit to Myanmar, to reset bilateral relations with the country, between the two neighboring countries. Where do they go forward from here?
Well, he called it a reset because of the turbulence that the bilateral relations experienced since 2011, right? But then after Aung San Suu Kyi took over, what we saw is that the two countries has enhanced their ties, strengthened their solidarities and mutual support to, I would call it a historical high. So looking forward, I think China has expressed its interest in helping Myanmar to achieve its domestic stability, to help Myanmar to smooth its relationship between the Burma majority and the ethnic minority. And looking forward, I think Aung San Suu Kyi wants to deliver economic development to the country, and China is there willing to support.